busloads of illegal immigrants get loaded here at the private Mcallen side of the airport, the private side, not the commercial side, the private side. Busloads of Homeland Security buses of illegal immigrants get transferred onto a Boeing 737 unmarked plane and are then flown to Midland, Texas, where we're assuming, taken to other facilities there because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And the oil workers that we've been talking to there, it's a very oil-heavy industry there, have been saying that they're getting displaced out of facilities and they don't know what's going on. And so we believe that's because they're putting illegal immigrants into those facilities and trying to keep it on the hush-hush what's going on. Now, there were private flights happening for the illegal immigrants. So we obviously have well documented and covered the commercial flights that the illegal immigrants are getting when they get driven from the Catholic Charities to the airport. That's well documented, well covered. But again, we got a tip that they were coming. This is the private side. And so if you hear airport sounds and my audio goes in and out, just know that's because we're at an airport. But we got a tip that there were illegal immigrants going on private planes. So we decided to investigate this a little, and here's what we found. Now, there may be some other things going on with these private planes and illegal immigrants taking off, but here's what we confirmed last night. Huge busloads of illegal immigrants in Homeland Security buses get dropped off here on the private side of the Mcallen airport and get loaded into an unmarked Boeing 737. So busloads of illegal immigrants get loaded here at the private Mcallen side of the airport, the private side, not the commercial side, the private side. Busloads of Homeland Security buses of illegal immigrants get transferred onto a Boeing 737 unmarked plane and are then flown to Midland, Texas, where we're assuming, taken to other facilities there because it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. And the oil workers that we've been talking to there, it's a very oil-heavy industry there, have been saying that they're getting displaced out of facilities and they don't know what's going on. And so we believe that's because they're putting illegal immigrants into those facilities and trying to keep it on the hush-hush what's going on. Now, the difference is these individuals are being detained by Department of Homeland Security for whatever reason. So they're not with children, unaccompanied minors, and most of them are not women as far as our knowledge. Now, the reason why we came here today is so we could maybe get a better idea of this or see it happening on camera during the day to get a better idea. But again, we were unable to do that. We'll maybe try again tomorrow, but now they may be onto us, so they may have to change their strategies. So again, Tom, this is unbelievable stuff. Hundreds of illegal immigrants getting off Department of Homeland Security buses and getting loaded onto unmarked Boeing 737s and then flown to Midland, Texas, where we're not sure what happens. They either get put in new facilities and detained there, or maybe they get flown about the country from there. So that's another angle of this illegal immigration pipeline that is out there and waiting to be understood better. But we pretty much have the entire picture now, even though there's certain little corners and crevices that we haven't really seen yet. Is still gray. We get the picture. We know what's going on. We have highly documented this illegal immigration pipeline. There's not much more that you can see here, folks. It's totally illegal. You're paying for all of it. You are paying for this. we have to have massive debates and arguments and back and forth about, can an American get a stimulus check? How much should they get? Back and forth all day long. And then most Americans don't even get it or have to pay it back, they're saying now. Oh, but we have hundreds of millions of dollars that we're just going to sign off for non-citizens just overnight. No debate, no question. Forget about the homeless Americans. Forget about the homeless veterans. Forget about all the people out of work because of your fake pandemic government shutdown. They just cut checks for illegal immigrants. They just get them huge planes, get them huge buses, get them whole hotels, and you, the American, you pay for all of it. You have to suffer. Incredible stuff. Such criminal activity. Everyone involved with this illegal immigration pipeline should go to jail, in my opinion. Every one of them should go to jail. And Joe Biden should be impeached at the very minimum, but I think he's guilty of treason. That's what I believe with this illegal immigration pipeline. Now, here's the other big announcement. Alex Jones has landed in Mcallen. We are headed on our way after this segment to meet up with Alex at the Rio Grande Valley's Catholic facilities. Of course, that he had the viral video of him stepping in front of the vehicle, stopping the vehicle that was smuggling children to the airport, wasn't putting seatbelts on them, weren't putting them in car seats, which, by the way, is illegal according to Texas law. And Alex Jones stopped that from happening. The cops had to get involved and said, yeah, this is illegal what you're doing. You can't do this. So then they had to go hide in the alley. But Alex is in Mcallen, and we are headed to the Rio Grande Valley's Catholic Charity Center now to link up with him. We may even have some live coverage of that for you here on the War Room. But that is the two big announcements. So we're going to have some videos and some photos and a report coming to band.video of the massive Boeing 737 fully loaded. Only illegal immigrants on it, folks. That's it. No commercial. Only illegal immigrants on it. Can't even imagine what that's costing the American taxpayer. So that's going to be up at band.video. You've just heard it here for the first time. Nobody else has the footage that we have. Nobody else has this breaking news that we have. And again, we're going to go link up with Alex Jones at the Rio Grande Valley's Catholic Centers. And who knows what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I can say this. We did learn, yeah, they know that InfoWars is here. They know that Owen Shroyer is here. But, they kind of feel like they can manage that. Oh, but Alex Jones, they're really afraid of Alex Jones coming back. And let's just say a little birdie told us they have Alex Jones policies at these facilities for when or if he comes back. Well, he's back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're about to have it for you on the War Room and, of course, at band.video. And, folks, please go to InfoWarsStore.com. Our crew works around the clock. Most nights they probably don't even sleep. When we go on the road like this, we get very little sleep. We're constantly moving, constantly working, constantly doing reports, constantly putting up videos, constantly staking things out so that we can get you the truth. Please go shop at InfoWarsStore.com. I'm going to be honest right now. There's no room in the budget for us to give the crew bonuses, okay? I don't like to talk about this on air, but it's true. I wish we could give the crew a massive bonus for working this entire week and the crew back in studio that has to work double time when we go on the road like this because they're having to fill in all the spots of the crew that we took on the road. So, folks, please go to InfoWarsStore.com. Get the Vitamin Mineral Fusion, get the T-shirts, get the books, get the DVDs, get all of the great supplements so that when we get back in town on Monday, we're flush with cash and we can cut the great crew a bonus check that they are so deserving of. And more importantly, because, hey, you know what? We're not in this for money, but we like to make sure our crew is comfortable. But most importantly, support us so we can stay on air. Support us so that we can still do this groundbreaking work. Support us so there's still a media outlet out there telling the truth, fearlessly going on these adventures to bring you the story that nobody else will. Get to InfoWarsStore.com. Don't take this for granted, folks. Do not take this for granted. Don't wake up one day tuning into InfoWars and having it be gone and thinking, boy, I wish I would have shopped. Boy, I wish I would have shared. Boy, I wish they were still here. You make everything we do here possible. You're our sponsors. You're the ones that keep us on air. So please continue to shop at InfoWarsStore.com and support us. So there you go, Tom. There's the two big stories. There's the two big developments.
Absolutely unbelievable, Owen. Thank you so much for the update. I look forward to hopefully hearing from Alex Jones himself here very, very soon. Again, he has just landed in McAllen, Texas, and we just found out that these immigration facilities, these illegal immigrant facilities, now have an Alex Jones policy. I imagine that's like the highest level of red alert. He's here. Panic. Just a giant panic button. Owen, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure as always. We look forward to seeing you very soon, hopefully with Alex Jones. Of course, I just want to add, Owen did a fantastic explainer of kind of the situation on the ground. I would just add, I've been in television for basically since I was a teenager, and I've seen how the big guys operate, and I've seen how InfoWars operates. The big guys have billions of dollars. Fox News, billions of dollars. They could have 24-hour coverage of this border crisis, and it wouldn't even make a dent in their budget. They choose not to. InfoWars, meanwhile, is a lean, mean fighting machine. I've seen it in person. I know for a fact they don't waste money anywhere. They don't waste money on satellite uplinks that they don't need. They don't waste money on buying expensive technology that is extremely niche. So when you see Owen at the border, and if the video seems like the audio is not as good as I want it to be, that's why. InfoWars is not wasting your money. It is all being used extremely intelligently, and it's being used to break the news the mainstream media, including the establishment conservative media, won't break. We'll be right back.
You're watching The American Journal with Harrison Smith.
The Alex Jones Show.
This is The War Room with Owen Shroyer.
InfoWars, the most banned network in the world.
The facts of life are very, very simple. And our bodies are a lot like machines. If your diesel engine or your gasoline engine does not have a cooling system or a radiator, it's going to overheat, it's going to stall out, it's going to burn up. It's going to catch on fire if you keep running it without a coolant. And it's the same thing with our bodies. If you don't have all of the essential vitamins and all the essential minerals, you will die. See, that's why we hear that we starve if we don't have food, because food has all the essential vitamins and minerals in it. If the food you're eating has all of that in it, but in most cases it doesn't. And so we have Vitamin Mineral Fusion. Back in stock, sold out for quite a while, 40% off. It's got all the vitamins, all the minerals, all the essential ones, and amino acids that are key to uploading it into your cells. We also, for your immune system, have vitamin D3. That's in Vitamin Mineral Fusion too, but this is really a strong dose that is essential and key to your immune system, to your body's natural defenses, with vitamin K as well. You take it under the tongue, hold it for about a minute, get better absorption. It tastes sweet naturally. Both of these are back in stock, 40% off by themselves, 50% off together. We also have Lung Cleanse with all these great essential oils in it. It's great for your throat, your mouth, you name it. Sometimes my throat is so worn out from being on air for so many years, I can't even speak clearly without taking a few shots of Lung Cleanse. And at the same time, buying these products at InfoWarsStore.com funds our operation. We're in a paradox right now. InfoWars is getting more visitors than we've ever had. My radio show has more listeners than it's ever had. But the paradox is funding is lower than it was even 2 years ago, because it's almost become passé. It's almost become redundant, like, oh yeah, Jones is right about world government and forced inoculation and gun confiscation and pedophile rings, but okay, Jones is right. If I don't get funded, we don't stay on the air. Can you imagine a world without InfoWars? So these are products that are essential to your health, essential to your life, essential to your immune system, and also essential to keeping InfoWars, your information warfare immune system, on air. And we are doing so much right now. We're breaking some of the biggest stories we've ever broken. So I humbly thank you for your support over the years. And I also ask you to please support us as humbly as I can. But quite frankly, if you don't fund InfoWars, you're crazy. We have books, we have films, we have great t-shirts to spread the word, we have the best supplements, we have great deals on them, and all of it funds this operation. So you can give us straight donations, and we have donations on the site, InfoWarsStore.com, the support area, $10, $50, $100. And those are great because we get about 95% of the money when you donate goes to us after the fees. With these, we get a smaller portion, but still, it's a product you use, a product you like, so it works good for you. You order it again. It's a symbiotic relationship to continue on in the future. So I thank you all for your support. I thank you for your prayers. I thank you for your word of mouth, because we're all in this together. But now that world government, the New World Order, is out in the open, it's more important than ever to keep us on air. So you are what keeps InfoWars on the air. That's when you call in and thank me and say, oh, thank you, Alex. We're so glad you're there. I'm like, I'm an American. I'm a human on this planet too. I want freedom. I want life. I want justice. So I'm thanking you for helping me. I'm helping you. It is a 360 win. So Vitamin Mineral Fusion, can't keep it in stock, about to sell out, still 40% off. We have Winter Sun, the best D3 and K you're going to find for your immune system, and so much more back in stock. 50% off together, 40% off individually, and Lung Cleanse, and so much more at InfoWarsStore.com. That's InfoWarsStore.com. A true 360 win. Please take action. Please support the InfoWar. Please support your immune system.